everybody, welcome to ARTV for the night. I finished my book, so I get to do this tonight. I got a couple of more things to set up, so I'll be with you shortly. Don't touch that dial now, we're just getting started. Alright. Sorry about that. I'm probably clipping very loudly. I didn't mean to. I really don't. I've even got my shirt on, look at that. Hi. I'm Arty, I'm the host of this here shebang. We've been in a run for the last couple of months, I think, and I've been trying to build up to this, in my own way by just getting myself excited, I think. I don't get excited about the video games anymore. Not as much as I used to when it was a wee little bit. But I've been reading The Corroded Man and the unfortunately named Return of Dowd, which are books that you can have on this little thing. And, you know, I said if I end up reading those, I can play my video game, because I love putting self-imposed barriers between me and having fun, apparently. Also, I just ruined my shot. I don't know why I'm doing this. Let's try that again. And now's the time. Now's the time where I get to play my video game. And I've been thinking about playing a single-player game again, because I'm just sitting here playing Quake Finals and some kind of Diablo-like. Some kind of game that looks and feels and is Diablo. Even played Diablo 2. Did that. Don't want to touch that summoner again. I'm sorry. And now I'm also on Last Epoch. Lost Epoch? Last Epoch. That's a good game. I should probably try to figure out how to do that on cast. But it's quite nice. It's like Diablo 3, but modern-ish. It's got some conveniences. It's not entirely Diablo 3, which is both a good and a bad thing. And I'm also playing Dark Souls 2 on the side. That's been my single-player game, my go-to. I'm almost done. And I'm so happy. If you read the shit I post on Bluesky, also known as New Twitter, I've been a little bit dissatisfied there too. I'm like 50-something hours in, and I can't wait for it to be over. Isn't that the thing you want from your video games nowadays, eh? So yeah, if you want to read the books for Dishonored, they're by a guy called, I think, Adam Christopher. Let me check that just in case I'm lying to you. There's 3 of them. One of them is called The Corroded Man. Yeah, it's Adam Christopher. One of them, which is the good one in my opinion, currently, The Corroded Man, that one's nice. That one's actually quite good. It gets the juices flowing and the imagination does things. You know, especially if you play the Dishonored 1 soundtrack in the back and you know, you make yourself have a good time. Then Return of Dad was a little bit of a struggle. I hate the goddamn stupid title of it. I even wrote this in the review because now I have figured out that the path to everyone's heart is to have a Goodreads account. So I've been not only writing about film and video game, I've also been writing about books, which I apparently read now. I'm a little bit disappointed in my younger self for the fact that I am just at the tender age of 20-something, figuring out what it is to get a little bit of joy out of the written word. It does obviously strike the irony there of how are you writing so much without reading anything? And you would be correct. I am, in fact, a talentless hack. Nonetheless, you know, nothing's ever stopped me. So I felt I should at least get like 2 or 3 books in me this year. Even if they are shitty video game tie-in novels, which, you know, why is that embarrassing? Why am I demeaning the literature just because it's based off of something else? I clearly get joy out of it, so why not? It does also make me slightly uncomfortable with the idea that most of the literature I have written I have read this year is tangentially based around video games. I will get to the real literature at some point. At some point. I am trying to read Stoic philosophy. I have a little reader. That shit's rough. It's kind of dry. But I'm powering through it for the sake of my own betterment. There's some fun things in there. Obviously, I think the finer part about reading Greek philosophy is that you have to look at it through a very weird prism of just this is definitely all they thought about science at the time. It is now clearly, provably, empirically wrong. But sometimes they got something right. Vaguely. Like they gestured towards the right combination of things. Like they think the sun is powered by the movement of the waves and the bodies of water on the earth. For it is movement that generates heat in all things. Which, obviously, the sun is fairly full of hydrogen. That is correct. You're almost there, but just a smidge too far. Anyway, have we wasted enough time? It's been 11 minutes. I'm sorry for this. Again, we're chasing that tight 1 hour. That tight 1 hour that maybe after 10 years I will, at some point, manage to get... Hopefully, I managed to get more than 1 hour tonight. We're starting relatively early. I'm still late, but we are almost on time. I haven't booted this game up, so there is the likelihood that all of this will shit the bed, for lack of a more polite term. But I'm excited. I'm almost giddy as a child. It does also peeve me just a little bit that I was looking at the soundtrack and Daniel Licht's name is there, who unfortunately passed away somewhere around 2017, I think. And then Viktor Antonov is also dead, and it's only now occurring to me that maybe the likelihood of a Dishonored 3 proper is ever so slimmer. Like, obviously they weren't the only two people involved in that, but man, was that a lot of talent that is now just gone. Man. I don't know. It's loading shaders in the back, that's why you're still looking at this and not at a cool video game. Sorry, this is me not being prepared again. Oh my god. Arty, you? Tell me about it. Oh. I don't know what else is on the docket, really. I feel like I want to go back to the old school sort of... This is just it for until it's done. Maybe haphazardly interrupted by a match of Dota finals or something or other. I am excited about June 12th, which is the new final season. It's CNS themed, which means there's going to be cool chiptune on the soundtrack again. I do tend to like that. I do really tend to like that, and I'm almost considering supporting them financially by buying the Battle Pass this time around. I think I'm getting my money's worth there. Not that, it contributes anything, but I just want to, kick them a buck or two. I don't know. I don't usually do this for free-to-play games. I guess I did support Dota when the International was there. Yeah. It's gonna be good. I do know a couple of things about Dishonored 2. I know vaguely how it starts. Should I spoil it for you? Should we be on the same page? Alright. Close your ears until I lift my finger, I suppose would be a correct response. I will start spoiling things now. So, the things I know about Dishonored 2 is that Delilah Copperspoon shows up at some point and freezes either Emily or Corvo in Carbonite, for lack of a better word. The video game's coming up on screen. And you get to play as either or. The other thing I know is that at some point Dowd shows up. Or I guess I assume that he shows up, because The Return of Dowd was a book that happened. Oh, you can even hear it in the back. I love that the didgeridoo is a part of this whole thing. I love the fucking stupid didgeridoo in the soundtrack. I'll switch to that screen soon. What else do I know? I know that Billy Lurk is some kind of weird new assassin type figure because she's been corrupted by the void in some way. I know about the twin-bladed knife. What else do I know? I know that there's a mansion that rearranges itself with like weird mechanical system. What is it? Kiran Jindosh's mansion? I read it about it in the book and I remember the trailer for Dishonored 2 having a weird like clockwork mansion. That's what I remember. And that might be it. That's all I currently know. I've somehow remained completely oblivious of Dishonored 2 since it's come out. I know Emily's got weird tentacle magic. That's like a visual I remember. I'm also kind of conflicted. What am I gonna play? Am I gonna play Emily? Am I gonna play Cora? Shit. It's a choice I have to make. How terrible. Let me, oh no, they've locked my cursor. Alright, I made it out. Give me but a moment. I need to set things up. And Stinger. I am surprised to see that this is running on something based on the IdTech engine? Since when is that a thing? The Void engine, I think it showed a couple of minutes ago. And just until darkest symbol is barely visible. Well, if I assume that this is the darkest symbol, it is barely visible. This is... I do not really mess with brightness. Also available, Death of the Outsider. I know that this is Billy Lurk. Campaign tutorial options, credits, quick game. We're doing a lot of fonts. Oh yeah, we're doing the persona menu as well. Control scheme preset A, vibration, view sensitivity. Snap auto aim. Mouse smoothing sensitivity invert Y, yep. Auto aim strength, I do like sometimes doing that. Sprint mode. Hold, lean mode, hold. Is it Q and E? Lean right? Yes. We're so back to... What is it? What did I want to say? What is the game? War Inspector 2009 on Storm. Deus Ex. Shit! How did I forget? Screen, can I do borderless perhaps? Great. Field of view I will change, I don't know yet. Everything is pretty up there. Sure, I'll do temporal. I think I can. Blurfly shadows. VSync on, thank you. Adaptive resolution, VSync based, enables adaptive resolution and sets the adaptive resolution FPS threshold so it matches the screen refresh rate, preventing frames from being skipped. Frames, quality, triple buffered. HBAO. Hardware-based ambient occlusion plus. Give me that. Audio, I'd like headphone audio. I imagine you would want it too. If you're listening to this on speakers, it shouldn't matter much. I like all dialogue. This isn't going down by that same increment. Okay, now it's somewhere where I think is exactly minus 20 on the perceived loudness. It's very hard to me. It's very hard to me. It's very hard for me to adapt. Auto use mana elixirs? No! Auto save on journal, kill cam, normal, frequent. Head bob, I might reduce this by like 50. I usually don't like head bob. Display tutorial notifications, crosshair, simple, normal, opacity. Okay, nice things that I can disable eventually if I want a more immersive experience. Oh, I'm anxious. Do I? Sure. Yes. Teach me. As Emily Caldwin, ruler of the Empire of the Isles, you have numerous enemies. Your father is Lord Corvo Atano, infamous royal protector and spymaster, a combined role. This is a big thing that they mentioned. In the years since you've taken the throne, Corvo has spent many hours training you in the arts of stealth and combat.
I remember training with my father in the years after the rat plague. Someday, he said, our enemies will come for you.
Yeah. Oh. Halt. There we go. I'm not even gonna move for a second. I'm just gonna appreciate what I have. I need the look sensitivity to be a little bit more acute, I believe. That's 15, let's do at least double. Yeah, that's more my speed. Just like take that noise in. They're obviously doing the dirty lens approach to...
The sounds and smells of Dunwall never change much. This is my city.
I'm trying to figure out if it's, what is the name? Chloe Grace... What is the name? Moretz? Chloe Grace? Yeah, it is Chloe Grace Moretz. Dishonored? I'm pretty sure she was the voice for Emily in 1, but she isn't in 2. Behind the voice, Dishonored 2. This is likely to spoil me, so I will just look. Erica Luttrell. Luttrell? Erica Luttrell? What have you been in? Witch Doctor from Diablo 3, that's already pedigree enough. Some NPCs in Fallout 4. Nothing huge, but she's still doing stuff. Good on her. Good on her. Alright. Erica Luttrell. I'll try to remember that. Dangerous current. No swimming beyond this point. Shift while moving to sprint.
What training regimen does Father have in store for me today?
Look at him. Best quality. Disinfecting fluid. Kill the rats. Alright.
Alright, Majesty. Let's see what you can do.
Yeah, that's kind of the voice I imagined he'd have. The most serious chain smoker in the universe. Is that toggle crouch? It is toggle crouch. Can I change that again? I don't like toggle crouch, and I especially don't like it on C. Oh no, it's stealth mode. Block chokehold. Isn't it right button? Use power weapon. I'll put it on mouse 4. How about that? Okay. I guess this is to save you the strain of just holding control the whole game. Vaulting, there we go.
If I get going fast enough, I can slide beneath that.
Okay, control while sprinting to slide.
Never doubted I could make that.
Drive to sprint, vault the obstacle, then slide under.
Did it.
I didn't really do it, but it was close enough. I just wanted to see how long I can... Like a good second, I say? Authorized personnel only. This is a very Half-Life introduction.
What's next?
Dangerous current. Want me to swim? Use WAS to move in the water. Shift to swim faster. Space to oh, come on. Give me that. I couldn't get all of that information. Okay, control goes down. Space goes up. And shift goes faster. Okay. Sorry. I'm just taking my time. Press F near chain to start climbing. Okay, same system.
No way except to climb.
Daiga Dial Storage Company? Daiga Dial? It's a boiler. I still find that this is not the... Oh no, it is contextual. You can still look down in the old manner.
If only I could spend every day running and jumping.
Well, in the books you kind of do. Oh. Did I have to look up?
Let's see how quick my feet are.
No, I just held it. Is it because I just pressed? That was good. Sprint and jump.
Sprint to build up speed before you jump.
I like that he's somewhere you can't see. That's accurate. I know I'm playing this like an IGN reviewer currently, but please bear with me.
I can reach the edge with the right jump.
You've learned well. Let's see how quiet you are, young lady.
Stealth. Press Control to toggle stealth mode, crouching down and walking silently. Your visibility in stealth mode is greatly reduced. Stay behind cover and out of sight to avoid being detected. Enemies are slow to detect you in stealth mode, especially when you are further away from them, above them, or at an edge of their or at the edge of their peripheral vision, which I guess we're assuming is like 180. In shadow, though this matters more at a distance. Stealth mode enables you to take cover under desks and tables to lure enemies away, distract them by throwing an object such as a bottle or setting an alarm on a clock.
I want you to sneak up on me, if you can.
Father's always on about the value of quiet feet.
Okay, what do I got to work with? Because I'll fall down and I'll make a noise, right? Ah, nice.
That's my girl. Don't let me hear you or see you. Crouch down and approach from behind.
Didn't see anything at all. Quiet as a lynx stalking a gazelle.
I like that there was a custom animation for him to, tap out. Implying that if she wanted, she could actually choke him out. Hard to believe, but also quite nice. Alright.
Remember, a pistol will wake up everyone in the building. Your crossbow is quiet.
Okay. Oh no, that's still... Oh, that's just right button. I tried to zoom in. I like that alt is tippy toes. Like he just... a little bit up. Can I act while I'm in this mode? I can. What happens if I do stealth mode and then tippy toes? Alright, still works. I like this game already. It has the things I enjoy. There's that turnbuckle. I don't know what I'm really looking at, but I'm guessing the big red thing.
Perfect shot.
Shoot the targets. Taxes! Instead of rats, now there is taxes. Sucks. Crossbow training.
Time for some more weapons and combat training. Let's beat each other up, shall we?
Okay, let me have a good look at you.
Come
You
on.
handsome mug.
Yes. You
Oh,
hit
he's
hard.
carrying everything.
Good. That's my daughter. When someone swings a sword at you, block. Good. Well done. Very good. You've got a natural instinct for fighting. If you time your block right, you'll throw an enemy off balance. You're quick. Block with your blade. Smart move.
I feel like I got that the first 2 times, but sure.
Killer. You can choke an enemy out, even in combat.
Uh-huh. When the enemy's off balance? Can grab an enemy by pressing. What? Continue to hold for until the meter is full to choke out the enemy unconscious. Oh, it's like a double press.
When an enemy is off balance, you can land a lethal counterattack. While they're off balance, deliver a fatal blow. When someone swings a sword at you, block.
Look at him. Look at him, so proud.
Feel better knowing you can take care of yourself. When trouble does finally come, you're ready to fight.
There is a slight disconnect between how textured his face is and how stylistically painterly his strands of hair are. Okay, those last 2 mechanics are interesting. Especially being like an instant kill button after perfect parry. Obviously I'm gonna try and be stealthy about the whole thing. Oh. The knockout from the perfect riposte is quite interesting. I'm gonna try and not save scum this time. I think that's the promise I'm gonna make. I'm gonna go with the flow for a lot of things. Just to, you know, incentivize myself to have subsequent playthroughs and things like that. And just not terribly bore you with trying to get the perfect run the first time around. I think that's good enough. So what is Bethesda Net doing here? What does it offer me? Nothing. I thought it might be like a level pack or something. Campaign. Mission Plus. Obviously, just campaign will do. Empty campaign slot 1. Enjoy the scenery and narrative exploring at a leisurely pace. Enemies have limited perception, inflict less damage, and will give up the chase sooner. Elixirs have increased restorative value, and your health regenerates faster. Medium is tailored for players familiar with first-person action games. For veterans of Dishonored or players who enjoy a challenge, enemies are perceptive, tenacious, and more dangerous in combat. A brutal experience for highly skilled players. Cover offers less concealment, sounds travel further. Reinforcements show up in greater numbers. Enemies are very perceptive. Attack faster and deal more damage. Elixirs have decreased restorative value, and then custom. I think I'll go for a nice medium. Start the tutorial? No, I've already done that. Thank you. Today marks the anniversary of the death of Empress Jasmine Caldwin, assassinated 15 years ago. Visitors from across the Empire of the Isles have journeyed to Dunwall for the occasion.
Why do we celebrate the anniversary of an assassination? 15 years ago, in the middle of a plague that nearly destroyed Dunwall, a paid killer assaulted the palace where I was born and stabbed my mother in the heart. In the aftermath, the men who sent the assassin tried to use me as a pawn in a game of power. They would have succeeded, but my father, Corvo Atano, hunted them down and cut their conspiracy to pieces. All these years later, am I the ruler my mother wanted me to be? Now, we face a new crisis. A monster the papers are calling the Crown Killer has been picking off my enemies and dressing it up like my father and I are responsible. I don't know whether to get on a ship and sail to the opposite side of the world, or to have everyone around me executed.
Okay, that was a weird start. Those last couple of sentences are weird. Dressing it up as if my father and I did it? What? No one should know.
Watch your step, Majesty.
I'm not looking forward to all the ceremony today.
Your signet ring. There, you're ready.
Thank you, Alexei. Open the doors.
All hail Her Imperial Majesty, Emily Caldwin.
Loyal subjects, we're going through a difficult time, but today we honor my mother, the late Jessamine Caldwin. May her memory survive through the ages.
Emily,
You look tired, Father.
every year I think the anniversary of Jessamine's death will be easier, but it never is.
I wish Mother was still the Empress. I don't think I'm very good at this.
You're still learning. Don't worry about the rabble-rousers, and we'll catch the Crown Killer, eventually.
People are saying it's you. That these assassinations are a misguided effort to protect me.
No, someone's trying to make us look guilty by targeting your enemies.
I wish I could just run away from all this.
Sometimes you do. You think I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops? Courage. The ceremony will be over soon.
Royal Protector and Father. I should have passed a law against that combination of titles years ago.
Your Majesty, before we begin the day's observances, we have an unexpected visitor, the Duke of Serkonos.
Ramsay says the Duke is bringing special gifts.
That's intriguing.
His Grace Luca Abel, Duke of Serkonos!
Mechanical soldiers? Amazing.
What is this, Ramsay? I didn't authorize those things.
Your Imperial Majesty and Royal Protector Corvo Atano, a native of our homeland. Serkonos offers condolences on this sorrowful day, and gifts to remind you of our nation, the rising star on the southern horizon.
We thank you, Your Grace.
Save your thanks. For now, I give you the greatest gift of all, family. I present the lost sister of Jessamine Caldwin, your rightful Empress, Delilah Caldwin.
Impossible.
My mother had a sister?
My dearest niece, hello.
It's not true.
My father was Emperor Yuhorn Jacob Caldwin, and Jessamine was my younger sister. At the time of her death, I wasn't ready to make myself known to you, and I was forced to leave Dunwall. But now I'm home.
If you really are my mother's sister, you're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Little Sparrow, blackened by bad memories. I'm here to relieve you of your crown. My father's promise, whispered in secret so many years ago, is now fulfilled.
Watch your tongue. Emily Caldwin is the daughter of Empress Jessamine Caldwin.
Royal Protector. How naive to think you could get away with these murders. Living in my palace has protected you, but that's over. Hear me, all of you. Your rightful Empress has returned.
All hail the Empress Delilah, first of her name. Arrest Emily Caldwin and her father for the Crown Killer murders.
What?
Sword can't still my heart.
Okay, that's kind of a lot. First of all, right, Delilah, we knew about this. But, why did they remove the plaque from Jessamine's little rotunda out there? and put it back in as a display case ornament? Isn't the whole point of a memorial to be there? And then obviously the fucking zirconium mechanical soldiers. Those were roughly introduced in Return of Dad a little bit. And they really just showed up and kind of threw you into the narrative, right? And now obviously Delilah's done something to the mark of the outsider that you can see sort of glowing on his hand right there. It's a weird little bit of obfuscation that he's doing with this weird sleeved wraparound sort of finagling. I don't know, maybe. I'd be surprised if you couldn't figure out that you can switch between these two. I feel sort of compelled to play as Emily, since she's the default option. And like the new thing. I'm definitely gonna do both. It's just a matter of when. Alright, play as Emily Caldwin, ruler of the Empire of the Isles, trained in stealth and combat by her father, Corvo Attano. How do I select this? F. Play.
Cast you in cold marble. Sweet girl, over time you'll come to love me. Perhaps someday you'll see me as the mother you lost. But until then, you'll be kept out of trouble.
I'll lock Lady Emily in her chambers, and I'll bring her to Coldridge Prison until her trial. My father lost it all when I was a boy, so now I wear this uniform, and I send 20-year-olds out to patrol the rose gardens instead of drinking with the men from the shooting club.
Captain Ramsey, I heard shouting. Lady Emily, what happened?
I'll be all Captain Mayhew.
No!
That's the Royal Protector's fancy weapon. What kind of sword folds in half? There's a legend in the Tower Guard about the Empress's last resort, a safe room inside your chambers holding enough gold to buy a good-sized island. They say that this ring is one of the only 2 keys to exist.
What happened? Alexei. The throne room. father. Nothing I can do alone. I need to get out of here.
Okay.
Sir, how long's it going to take, Captain Ramsey?
I'm just gonna... Or do I have to hold it here?
Hold your horses, Corporal.
That's
Got it.
wild.
Ramsey knows what he's doing. The man's moving up in the world. He's old blood. One of the good families. And now that he's helped the rightful empress take the throne,
These bastards are working with Ramsey and the Duke of Serkonos.
he'd be smart to remember that.
I'm sorry that those overlapped. Letter from Tivian Trade Commission. Oh, yeah, are you ready for some literature? I'm all for it. Unironically, this has become the most interesting part of all of Dishonored for me, because it's just every chapter in the books started with one of these. And now I'm all for it. I'm all for that flavor text. Our most esteemed Empress, as you know, freed from Serkonos, bound for Tivia, which is an icy Soviet sort of place, is now routinely set upon by pirates or spoiled with blood flies. In addition to the loss of Tivian lives, be they crew, dockworkers, or shopkeepers, there is the material cost of the cargo itself, which can barely be calculated. If things continue unchecked, we will be forced to cease trading with Serkonos, perhaps even embargo ships from the the southernmost isle altogether. But this need not come to pass. The Trade Commission is a reasonable body and has already considered remedies to ameliorate the situation. We seek the following: 1. Independent qualified inspectors at all ports. 2. Patrols to defend against pirates and smugglers. 3. Compensation for the previous and future losses. It is this list of remedies that I wish to discuss with you in person at the earliest possible opportunity. So far, our staff have resisted our efforts to establish a definitive time for negotiation. Prompt them to action, Majesty, for we are eager to travel to Dunwall. Until we can sit down and discuss this in a civilized fashion, I send you our best. Demian Shurugin. Shurukin. Fucking stupid. Oh. Alright. Shit's not going well. Spin the globe.
Should I just spin it and pick a place to hide for a while?
Yeah.
I need time to think.
Spin the globe. What else can I interact with? Typewriter. Eat the fruits. One whole Tivian pear. Grandfather clock, set alarm. You need 2 globes if you're going to be Empress. That's the rule. Huh? Schedule for Middlesong's Eve. Empress presented for your approval the schedule for Middlesong's Eve. Morning meal with Tivian Trade Commission. See, it's already building into each other. Presentation from the research vessel Loblolly Swift? Loblolly? Just returned from newly discovered island chains off of the Pandician continent. Midday meal with dignitaries from Morley, who will present you with a gift in exchange for your attention to their complaints. Dedication and speech for new wing of the infirmary home for aged seafarers. Meeting with advisors on the issue of blood flies in the south. Evening meal with Lord Corvo at his request. Rick Painstow. Is that S or an L? I think it's a Painstow. I meant the T or an L. This font isn't great. I don't know if I'm just becoming terribly short-sighted or something, but that's fine. A new document has been added to my journal, which I access how? That's stats. What are stats? Time played, economy, stealth, combat, playthrough, global. J. Okay, J does it. Delilah and Duke Luca Abel? Luca Abel? I didn't hear it the first time when they say it. I never hear names. I'm so antisocial that someone will tell me their name and I forget it immediately. Dunwall is no longer a safe place for you. Escape the city by meeting with a boat captain down in the docks. I don't know how I know this, but there we go. There has to be a way to escape this room. Delilah. Alright. Mission clues. I have no mission clues. Mission items. Bone charms. Oh yeah. Craft bone charms. Alright, those are words. And I can mark which ones I've read and which ones I haven't. Nice travel log. Ooh. New Year. Start a new year. Maybe 1852 will be less boring than 1851. I can't wait for Wyman to get back to Dunwall. That's her boyfriend from the books. We'll go to the abandoned mansion I discovered the other night at the edge of Rudshaw. Maybe I'll have time to turn it into a scary haunted house beforehand, using sheets and hiding an old audiograph upstairs. Wyman would love that. We'll get spooked and hold hands, screaming and laughing. Come on, Emily, you promised to be more serious and listen at court, and you're already planning your next escape. Let's start this diary again. Proposals for a new decree on whale oil rationing and distribution. And that's as far as she got. Anniversary. The time of year again. The anniversary of my mother's death. There's no real time for reflection, though. It's all security protocols, menus, guest lists, and it's impossible to slip out at night. Feel like a caged bird. I've already got me memorizing this year's speech. It's endless. It'd be so terrible if I just said what I remembered about her. That wink she gave me even as she was scolding me, after I was caught climbing the statue of my grandfather. The sound of her footsteps as she paced at night. The time she shared a cabin on a boat trip to Driscoll. Or we. This font is really bugging me. All the time she agreed to let Corvo teach me to fish, but then had to pull a hook from my arm. Now that would be a speech. Okay, this is cute. I'm reading these from now on. Good. I like this. That's a calendar if you've never seen it. Little map of Dunwall. Ship launch protocol. Empress, after the Royal Protector's shakedown cruise, we launched the ISS Jessamine Caldwin just before the anniversary of your mother's passing, pending your approval, of course. On the platform, we'll have a bottle of King Street brandy tied to a long tether that you'll release to swing out against the hull. What you say during the ceremony is of course up to you, but here are some ideas intended to serve as food for thought. May a brisk wind hurry you to shores near, far, and fair. May you shelter your crew from the perils of the terrible ocean. May you always sail to Bristol, true of heart and homeward bound. Advisor Windwright. Letter from Advisor Helmswater. Empress, we face yet another murder. I cannot remain silent on this matter. Strange, is it not, that all the victims have openly opposed you? If not strange, then oh so very convenient. Is there anything you wish to tell me, Majesty? How can I be an advisor if you do not include me in these most sensitive of endeavors? I feel I must be the only person in Dunwall who doesn't know the truth about the Crown Killer. Don't leave me out in the cold. I remain your trusted servant and advisor, Leonora Helmswater. Stamps. What about you? Typewriter use. Just putting spaces all over the type. Look at this little rotund thing. There must be a way to escape. Also known as through that fucking window. Right. It's not the gazelle pictures, that's for sure.
The Hound Pits pub. I can't believe it, but I actually miss those times.
Weird that you'd have a picture of that in her chambers, but...
I used to hide frogs in this old grandfather clock to drive the housekeepers mad.
Frogs?
I thought life was complicated back then.
Frogs in there. Can hide under here. Using the new stealth mode. Okay, F5 works. Alright,
How many
anyway.
times have I looked at that skyline? It feels like everything just changed.
Okay, this isn't the window, but the other one is, I imagine. Okay. Now we're working.
Delilah is some sort of witch. How is this possible?
She is a witch. I'm surprised no one reacted more acutely to it.
Lady Emily, you're all right. I was worried.
I'll get to you in a moment. I'm sorry that you're dying and all, but frugality demands that I have a look. There's the thing that opens with the... the key ring. Don't play the harp. I don't think that'll do. I can't hide under a bed. Alright, let's keep going.
Where's the Royal Protector?
There's a coup underway. My father is... he's imprisoned, for lack of a better word.
You've got to get out of the tower. Through your safe room. There was a captain earlier today, down at the docks. Looking for the Royal Protector. Find her. Get out of Dunwall.
Alexei, I'm sorry. Goodbye.
She's an entirely new character. Audience request. Captain Mayhew, you do not know me, but you've got to tell the Royal Protector that I have urgent need of his time. I'm carrying a message that has to be delivered face to face. Tell him I'm working with Anton Sokolov, an old friend. All the boats are being sent away from the docks, but I'll delay as long as I can. Tell Lord Corvo to find me there. My ship is called the Dreadful Whale. Megan Foster. I have a new mission clear.
This won't open without my ring. Ramsey has it.
Sure does. Unconscious. Bodies where they will not be found. I got a key to something. How can I check what I got? Eliminate Mortimer Ramsey. Check the throne room. Mortimer Ramsey, the Night Watch captain who betrayed you, has the signet ring. Secret passageway leads to the streets. New captain. Royal quarters key. Use this key to lock you in. Okay, so that's for my room. I'm scared I can't use it. Hides dice. The Royal Protector. Historical record of government positions and ranks. Addendum. Corvo Attano, accused of assassinating the Empress he was sworn to protect. How unlikely he would not only overcome that shame, but then redeem himself so fully as to be named Royal Protector to yet another Empress. Those of us at the College of Histories were too fast to use pen against him. Yet, let us not blame historians, for the evidence against Attano was nearly overwhelming. First, he was the only Royal Protector ever to have been born of an isle other than Bristol. His foreignness is not itself a crime, but added to the suspicions, the most forgiving of which was that he lacked the capacity to fully understand his duties. Second, he was caught quite red-handed with bloodied weapon, kneeling over the body of Empress Jessamine Coldwin. Of course, it turns out that even this damaging evidence was part of a clever plot to destroy the Empress and remove Attano from interfering with the ongoing plans of the Lord Regent's conspirators. And while I admit to publishing what are now clearly incorrect conclusions regarding Corvo Attano, I will not, as some of my colleagues have done, resign my position at our veritable organization, but instead I reassert myself in the endeavor of weeding out fact from fiction to procure the most salient histories possible. See, a man of integrity all of a sudden.
2 more months, she says, and she'll leave him. I can wait.
I'm kind of anxious to walk over books in case I end up pushing them around. I'd imagine it's not made to be that hard of a level. Launching the ISS Jessamine Coldwin, which is happening relatively soon, according to their piece of text, so, yeah. Those painters work really quick, huh? Jumping down from here is obviously not quite the option we're looking for. Body dead.
Hard to get a good look for.
Okay. Killer strikes again. Dunwall citizens express shock and fear as yet another outspoken critic of Emily Coldwin has been met with a violent demise. The latest victim is none other than Ichabod Boyle, notable entrepreneur and supporter of the arts. Boyle recently wrote an opinion piece harshly criticizing the Empress for what he called her slipshod style of governance and her willful neglect of duties. Authorities are convinced the Crown Killer is the culprit given the gruesome details left of the crime scene. As Her Majesty's most outspoken adversaries fall one by one to this notorious assassin, we boldly ask, is it now the duty of the Royal Protector to murder all who dare to criticize the throne? Again, it's a combined role of Royal Spymaster and Royal Protector, the first of its kind. Quite innovative. Tapping pears, zirconian grapes, and Morley apples.
So he says, keep alert, and I says, I am alert, I've been alert. And then he says, oh yeah, but this time, I really mean it. I'm hungry.
I know I'm playing incredibly cautious, but what probably amounts to nothing currently. All the servants have been butchered. Inspect
This
the
reminds
hooker.
me of good times with friends, with Wyman. All gone now.
She's toking it up. Young Empress. Sitting here smoking hashish. Whatever herbs she prefers.
Throne room blocked off, we should have the time we need. Just stay here and stall anyone who comes by. I'll be back when I've searched the royal chambers, assuming I don't accidentally lock myself in this damn safe room.
We'll cover for you if anyone from the Duke's party returns. This is exciting. Everything's changing.
Yes, the natural order is reasserting itself. The Ramseys once hosted the king and queen of Morley. Did you know that? I spent my childhood playing with the Buntings and the Boyles, cream of society.
And very soon you'll be back at the top, Captain.
Okay. But now he's walking towards here. Isn't he going to the room like he said?
Something's gotta give.
Got the ring.
This won't leave my hand again.
Cover my signet ring. I can knock him out. Place him in the safe room.
Anton Sokolov made this lock.
Where are you? Lock him in the safe room. That's quite a lot of things here. Treatise on the physical existence of that foreign realm. Excerpt. It is a common story. A person has stopped breathing, pinned under carriage wheels or some other tragic happenstance, and is thought to be dead. But then, when the weight is removed, they make a quick recovery. But nonetheless, for a moment or two, this person was lost to us, lost to the world itself. And what did they experience while in this temporary death? Darkness? Nothingness? No, indeed not. They tell us, as so many have before, that they were in a particular place, and can describe it vividly. And who among us does not know this place? Have we not all seen it in our dreams, this place we share? The furthest reaches of our mind, the realm where nothing makes sense, where one is at once both lost and at home, the void. These little glimpses of the void and dreams, or described by those awoken from comas, are not limited to select few. In my interviews, I have gleaned that there is no single citizen with such visions at one time or another. This, then, must be a real place, not folklore or mass delusion. Perhaps it exists deep below the earth, or far above it. Perhaps it is right next to us, but hidden. Some trick of the light, or wondrous curtain bars What? Or wondrous curtain bars us. Us from fully knowing it. This word bugs me. It's not wonder, it's not wondrous. Sorry, I'm bad at reading apparently. Bars us from fully knowing it. And we all but wait for a natural philosopher to unlock the phenomenon to show us how to see it at will. But when so revealed, it will not be a fearsome place any longer, not the distant and special realm described in the myth of the outsider. It will be strange, yes, even unsettling, but nonetheless it will be a new realm for us to explore and eventually conquer. What new treasures await us there? Are the lakes made of liquid diamond, the clouds of weightless silver gas? And what things would we learn? He's still on my shoulder, is he? He is. Pistol bullets. Bone charms. Bone charms, the sailor's blessing. They say the carving itself is a practice from long back, passed from salty dogs to young greenhorns, still finding their sea legs. In old times, sailors cut into the tusks of ice seals and into the arm-long fangs of the bears that roam the islets north of Tivia. Once the whaling trade began, the practitioners began engraving the bones of those great beasts, rendering charms that sing in the night and grant some small boon, increasing a lover's vigor or providing defense against pregnancy.
This could be handy.
You've seen this, haven't
The
you?
Crown Killer must be connected to all this, with the Duke
Yeah.
and Delilah.
In case, use. I've
I have
dropped
a
them
feeling I'll
again.
need these.
Ooh, and a spyglass because she doesn't have a mask. What is this dental appliance? Overturning the roast master in our times. In an act of rebellion, young Jessamine Colvin chose Corvo as her royal protector when Corvo was 19 and she was 12. He served her loyally as a bodyguard. That's a bit of an age gap. He was punching down. He served her loyally as a bodyguard, courier, and some say spy before and after she was crowned empress. There was scandalous gossip at the time. It is said that they began a love affair around 1823 when Jessamine was 18 and Corvo 25. Okay. Still a little bit on the edge, but at least legal. The next chapter of Atano's life is like something out of a legend. During the time of the Rat Plague, when the Empress fell, Corvo was accused of regicide and sentenced for execution. He was thrown into Coleridge Prison and publicly reviled. He escaped, and as part of a small conspiracy dedicated to throwing down the tyrannical Lord Regent, Corvo struck back at the people who killed the Empress and who wronged him. But the Lord Regent... Sorry, I'm losing it. I am a little bit tired after all. As the Lord Regent fell, the Loyalist conspiracy turned on Corvo, poisoning him. Surviving through some inner resilience, he located the true assassin of the Empress and fought his way out of the flooded district. Corvo eventually cornered the last of the Loyalists in King Sparrow Island at the Burrows Lighthouse and rescued Emily Caldwin, heir to the throne. The romantic involvement between Corvo Atano and the Empress Jessamine Caldwin was a terribly kept court secret, and thus is widely held that Emily Caldwin is their daughter. Following the interregnum, I don't know how to say that word, Corvo watched over Emily as she began to rule the Empire of the Isles. toilet. What a mechanism, huh?
No time for that now.
That's the most concise map of the Isles I have seen so far. Yeah, fucking bloody tibia. And what was it? I remember seeing that. Driscoll, I know of. Dubovka, I think, is the capital of Tivia. I might be wrong. Potterstead, Dowd was here at some point. And then he went down to Sokonis somehow. On some other line. Karnak is the capital there. Yeah, I'm starting to know things, don't worry. God, look at that. Yeah, that's a good effect. Oh, this is a different thing. His parents were older at the time of his birth, and his father died in a lumber accident outside the city when Corvo was still young. Around the time, his only sibling, a firstborn sister, moved away to Morley, and the family subsequently lost all contact with her. Okay, interesting. Only 16, Corvo dazzled the people of Karnaca when he entered and won the annual Blade Verbena. Spectators from all over Sokonis were thrilled to see someone so young and striking from a working-class family advance through duel after duel, eventually taking the prize. This unexpected outcome secured Corvo a junior officer ranking in the Grand Circonian Guard. As a soldier, he was involved in a number of conflicts against organized criminal groups, rogue city-states within Sokonis, and pirate bands along the chain of islands radiating east from Sokonis. Sent from his homeland at the age of 18 by the Duke of Sokonis, then Theodanis Abele, father of Luca Abele, Corvo was assigned to serve the Empress in Dunwall as a diplomatic gift. Me, I am the gift. His Soconian heritage made him a bit of an outsider in Dunwall, but the capital city must have seemed exotic and full of old-world mystery. A few months after he moved to Dunwall, it is recorded that Corvo received word that his mother had passed away several weeks after his departure from Karnaca. Oh, look at that, that's the evil Corvo picture. Letter from Wyman. The Golden Cat. These are all hair paintings. These are the good ones. Samuel Beechworth carving.
Old Samuel made this. I'm glad he didn't live to see me driven out of Dunwall Tower.
Oh, he died? Shut up. Don't say that. Fuck. Emily, I didn't want to wake you this morning, but you'll have to forgive me since we must have said goodbye 100 times yesterday night, and the only chance I get to see you with your hair... What? I get to see you with your hair all whichever way is while you're asleep. As soon as the sun rises, I'll put on your... What? Your... Fuck. That sentence is difficult. Let me try that again. And the only chance I get to see you with your hair all whichever way is while you're asleep. As soon as the sun rises, you'll put on your empress face. Makes me happy that I know your real face, the one that laughs at our silly rhymes. But I don't want to go back to Morley, but I'm needed there. It'll be 4 months before we see each other again. I'll miss you, and yes, I'll bring you some white leaf tobacco for your hookah. Lord Corvo, if you're reading this letter, as per your royal protective functions, know that I am joking and perfectly aware that white leaf tobacco is forbidden in Bristol. Take care, my darling Emily. Don't go falling from the rooftop. Love, Wyman. Oh, he knows that she's out and about, huh? Okay. That's mildly interesting. That little Samuel tidbit did make me angry, though. And the evil brothers. Whale oil fish. Safe.
The reserves won't help against Delilah, even if I had a way to carry it all out of here.
Dead money's about letting go. Okay, one of them.
This.
One of them is good. It's just a statue of a mother. Alright. I know I'm taking my time, but it's my fucking show. I can do whatever I want. Shut up.
I should close the safe room door so Captain Ramsey stays put. Ramsey deserves my attention.
Close the safe room door. Can I do this? Can apparently.
Now you've got what you wanted, Ramsey. The Imperial suite atop Dunwall Tower. Stay put until this is all set straight, Ramsey. Enjoy the rations and well water, sleeping next to a fortune.
Dead money is about letting go. The meaner thing would be to eat all the fruit. Alright. Go to Dunwall Streets. I knew this was just an introductory level, and there's one room I didn't even look in, which probably has a bunch of gold in it. Or this might not be the end of the level. Who knows? Maybe I'm just full of shit. Delilah and Luca Abel have taken the tower. Dunwall is no longer a safe place for you. Escape the city by meeting with a boat captain down at the docks.
Until I understand this, I have to go into hiding.
I didn't
I should
show.
make my way to the docks.
What is this? Old history textbook, alright. Chapter 12, The Whaling Trade. In 1631, Emperor Finlay Morgengard, I've heard that name in the Return of Dad, commissioned the first fleet of vessels made expressly for the hunting and processing of whales. They were powered by sails alone, and were at the mercy of winds. Although these whaling ships were small by current standards, Morgengard's fleet established the robust whaling trade we still enjoy today. Modern whaling vessels are much larger and use steam power to traverse the seas in search of whales. Do you know that every part of the beast is used? In addition to canned meat and whale oil, there is also a flourishing whalebone trade. Baleen is used in roofing, whale skins are processed into crude cloth, bladders are made into wine flasks, even the intestines are carefully harvested for their precious ambergris, used in many medicines and perfumes. A handwritten note at the end of a chapter. Emily, half of Morgengard's whalers fell to the rough coast east of Morley. You can see the remains of ships poking out of the waters should you ever visit Iran. Also, there is no mention here that it was Sokolov himself who designed the first steam-powered whaling ships. He'll tell you about it if you ask, and he's sober. That feels like a call.
What would my old governess say?
Oh,
Callista would probably tell me to sit up straight and to marry Wyman. She'd ask me when the War of the Four Crowns ended. 1625.
That's cute. Oh, there they are. Curtis Morgan and the postulate child. Oh, that's just a picture. I thought she was gonna say something about it, but... There we go. Can I... Oh, I can't do the jump on light posts thing. Now I'm gonna feel compelled to open every cabinet ever. This is terrible. Can I? Not really. Unless I just didn't try hard enough, but that's an option. I also love this gun's design. Look at that. It's got a small spinning thing in there. Tower of Dunwall. Exit on a historical examination of Dunwall Tower. For over a century, Dunwall Tower has been the capital of the Isle of Bristol, the seat of power across all the isles of the Empire. Rulers have come and gone, each adding something to the structure. Gardens, observatories, new walls, pools, and specialized interior chambers to suit their needs and whims. Dunwall Tower has withstood numerous wars, several large-scale fires, and the collapse and rebuilding of the northern wing. With Tivia and Serkonos joining the Empire first, it was Morley that resisted longest. Some of the conflicts that arise also necessitate the further fortifications of the tower. Repeated assassination attempts near the end of the conflict with Morley resulted in the creation of the Royal Protector position, with each ruler choosing his or her own Royal Protector after careful consideration. Empress Jessamine Colwyn. Perhaps in retrospect, other historians will see how easy it was for us to fall into the traps set by the schemers who managed to that's a lot. How easy it was for us to fall into the traps set by the schemers who managed the assassination of Empress Jessamine Colwyn by allowing them to write history. It was for years thought that her trusted protector Corvo Attano was her murderer, concept we now know to be utterly false. Yet, even after the tricksters themselves were put down, banished, or imprisoned, it remained common knowledge that the Royal Protector was also Jessamine's murderer. How nicely they arranged history for us, and how readily we devoured their stories, hungry for each perfectly cooked morsel. But it is well past time for us to set aside this plate of lies. The schemers were not to be trusted with the Empire or with Jessamine's life, and they are certainly not to be trusted with the writing down of accurate histories. I love how all introspection is taken into account with these historians. I doubt they've hidden too many things in a billion places, but still looking. That's a toilet. Just in case you need it. Keyhole peek. What? No. Keyhole peek. Open keyhole peek. Oh, I have to hold it. Okay, if it has a bar underneath it.
I've gotta get out of Dunwall.
Oh, look at this place. And, as this is happening, on some of these rooftops is Dowd, if you can believe it. I wonder if they've rendered like a pixel somewhere, just looking with a spyglass or something. That would be cute.
I've gotta get away. I should talk to the captain of that ship.
That ship? Alright. can do that. I'm just looking. The second my head couldn't pass through here, I know it could. I thought about pressing select to put a message that just says fatty. This is the length of my sickness. I know I probably don't have to hide here, but I will take my time nonetheless.
Somehow Delilah turned my father to stone.
Witch magic.
I will find a way to undo it.
Yeah, you will. We'll do a lot of things to that bitch. I already have. She's been stuck in a painting. I don't know how she came out, but she's been stuck in a painting. I assure you. Man, everyone's complaining about taxes. I want to go down here. Feels appropriate. Okay, I'm gonna save just so I can see what delete does. One or zero? I didn't fully understand, but that's fine.
The city is crawling with the Duke's men.
Listen up, I have bad news. Ramsey's missing. Corporal Moore checked the royal quarters, and Emily Caldwin has apparently fled the tower. We've got to find her. That's it, you've got your orders. Spread out and find the fugitive. We're in this with the Duke of Serkino, sink or swim. There's no way to turn back now.
I hate how he said Serkinus. But it is a very Gristle thing to not know how to say any other island's name.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. Today, on this sad anniversary, we mourn the tragic slaying of our beloved Empress Jessim. Huh? Stop!
The former Empress, Emily Caldwin, has been accused of high crimes against the state. Anyone caught harboring her is equally guilty of treason.
Okay. That's cool. Look at this fucking level. Oh, at some point, if not now, we will be forced to go back here and go through this. I also like that little burning freight cart. Gonna happen again? This one isn't burning. Look at that, some animator is very proud of that, I'm sure. Okay. Nothing immediately apparent. Not a bit sketchy already. Do I want to fall down there? That seems fairly irreversible. Yep, we've committed now. Wherever we are. I'm in uncharted territory, might as well crouch. The Knife of Dunwall, Chapter 3. Dowd stared at the blade. The plan had gone perfectly, even before... even better than he could have hoped. Even better than he could have hoped. In fact, the whole thing had been too easy. But now it was over. He left hollow. There was nothing in the world that could fill him again. He knew it was a certainty that scared him. Billy called from the next room. Boss, leave me. No, I can't even do a Michael Manson type voice. Leave me. Leave me. Fuck, no. He nudged the door closed before he could say anything else. Trusted him more than any of them, but he didn't feel like talking. Cleaning the blood from his blade, he studied the marks it made on the cloth. Royal blood, but it looked the same as any he had seen before. Weren't the high and mighty supposed to be filled with something different, something better? Dad was tired. No amount of blood could change the way he felt. He didn't drink as a general rule, and sex could never interest him. He felt a kind of exhaustion that couldn't be soothed away. A smile crept across his mouth. The knife of Dunwall, exhausted. And yet, something else. What was it that he was feeling exactly? He looked into Jessamine Caldwell's eyes at the moment her life slipped away, and in that moment a thought occurred to him. He'd made a mistake. He had been misled. That kind of thing was useless. He was just as dead whether he regretted it or not. But he'd seen his true face reflected in her eyes, seen himself what he truly was. Not a renowned assassin, not some great shaper of history, just another playing piece in an unknowable game. See, this, like, even this fictionalization of Dowd is cooler than most things. I feel like trying to open that door. No? Alright. Drop takedown, is there something there? They don't execute assassinations or non-lethal takedowns when dropping onto enemies. J. Imperial signet, one of two signet rings made for the Empress and Royal Protector. These rings, keys to the safe room within Dunwall Tower. Findings, law. Okay, clearly I'm supposed to go down there first and not immediately jump down. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back. Playing a new video game. I'm taking it pretty slow, which is probably going to be annoying for a lot of people. But I've been waiting quite a while to get to this. I read 2 books for it. So I get to take my goddamn time, I think. There's supposed to be a guy down there, and I missed him. Or at least I don't see him anymore. To play Dishonored 2. There's 2 tie-in novels in between Dishonored 1 and Dishonored 2. And I decided that I want to be really, really extra. As Ted would call it, I now have superior ultimate ball knowledge. That was more vertical than I thought it would be. I'm now scared that I fall down and I lose like 90% of my health. Because that guy is no longer there. At least I don't see him. Yeah, somehow I steered clear of it for quite a while. I will now not know how to do drop assassinations forever. Is he coming back? No? Somehow didn't die. Oh, no code? I was just about to import 0451. Empty bottle. The first one is really good. I really liked it. That's why I'm excited to do this. Oh, we are just going out on the streets?
Attention Dunwall citizens. As of today, Delilah Caldwin is our new empress. All hail Delilah, first of her name.
Further, the former Empress, Emily Caldwin, is now wanted for treason. Any of you found harboring Emily Caldwin will be fined and arrested.
People of Dunwall, stay in your homes. You're advised to stay indoors during this time of unrest.
And I need to go down there? The dead body? Wow, okay. What do I do from here? Like, I don't have a lot of options. It's currently... What was it called? A Flesh and Steel playthrough?
Let's see. What was it?
Shit, I'm gonna die.
This won't take. No!
Traitorous dog.
I resisted the save scum. I did it. I didn't expect that he would see me, but he did. I should have thought quicker. Okay, now I'm gonna save scum to make it permanent. Can't even possess a rat to save my life. Look at this. I love this button. I should have looked.
You're not fit for the watch uniform.
No more, thank you. This isn't dump anything.
Alright,
I'll
they
check around here.
No way! What? That's Emily Caldwin! What's going on?
Body? Here? Huh?
No! Damn it! You aren't going anywhere!
fuck.
Take it!
Okay. Somehow didn't. I like that you can unconscious them from this. Obviously I'm doing pretty bad on the whole stealth front, but that's fine. I'll get better. Tower District, use. Black Pony Pub, Dunwall Courier, City Watch Armory, Tower Gate, Boyle Industries office. Is there a UR here? I guess 4 Tower Gate, so I am somewhere here, 5-ish, Boyle Industries office. It doesn't help much.
So it's a coup. The Caldwins have finally fallen. Never thought I'd see the day.
It seems so. And even the legendary Corvo Atano couldn't stop it.
Shh. We shouldn't be talking about this.
Until later, then.
Okay.
Not this time.
There's a city guard over there. Do you care about me? You don't? That's good.
I told her, if you want my advice, just pay the fine and be done with it. Don't risk making trouble.
That's fine. If they don't care, I'm not gonna... No, he doesn't care. Like, he doesn't aggro at all. He genuinely could not give a toss.
I didn't sign up to fight some freak like the Crown Killer, the cannibal and whatnot.
I don't know where that guy is. It didn't sound like it was from down below. Nice.
I'm hungry.
What if? Climbed up here. Okay, this lets me see at least. Ooh, what is that? Are you doing something? Yes, you are.
Someone! Protect me!
What are you? You're not turning my dot red, so you're not an enemy. But you did see a corpse. I need to find out how to... Tutorials, there we go. Awareness, play away, focus, strike, defense, advanced combat, no? Drop takedown, yep. Drop down an enemy from above, avoiding taking damage from the fall. Press there before doing the drop, or to do a non-lethal takedown. Okay, so it's as I thought it, just...
Don't even know what that... I can just go to... yes. You think you're smart?
I don't know how she's... I guess I walked in front of the projector, didn't I? I pickpocketed something off of him. Like, I'm obviously resisting the urge to reset every time. That was with something. What do we have here? Ichabod Boyle case, witness statement. On the 16th day, month of Earth, just before midnight, I was on my way home after a couple of ales at the pub. Stopping to pee next to the Boyle Company offices, I heard moaning and furniture creaking, so I thought maybe some people were having fun and I could have a peek. But then I got close to the windows. That's when Mr. Boyle started screaming like a slaughtered pig. It was all tied up. There was someone wearing a hooded cloak, and I swear, I think he was eating up Mr. Boyle's guts. That has to be the Crown Killer, I told myself, so I ran as fast as I could to the nearest watch post to get help. And your soldiers could have made it to Boyle in time if they hadn't taken half an hour to find me for throwing up. Anyone would have done the same after what I had been through. You guys should have some respect. Is that the... I mean, someone's been working him, huh?
Delilah and the Duke didn't hire the most refined assassin.
How do you know? Okay, can just open that. The Crown Killer is watching. There's a lot of things. I don't know if I should be doing all this now, but... maybe. Latch open. Okay, that's our guy over there. Doesn't seem to mind us. How about you? I don't know what I'm looking at. Oh, I can. Alright. I don't know if this is what they intended me to do, but I'm doing it anyway. That didn't seem like it. There's nothing in these safes. Then why let me open them? Unless I'm just blind and I couldn't see it. I thought it was being smart and that was like a weird puzzle. They keep blue balling me. I don't like this. It sure did seem like a puzzle. Consume fruits. Letter to Laura. Laura, don't tell me my business. My family's been in the game for a long time, and I'm not acting alone. Currently I have several friends working on similar pamphlets aimed at further turning public opinion against Emily Caldwin and her cursed royal protector. Lady Brambley is calling hers bastard daughter. That ought to light them up at a court. Nathan Bittenbridge is nearly finished with prosecution for Corvo Attano. I'm giving consideration to releasing my own as should Parliament rule, a modest proposal. Yes, I know she's the Empress, but eventually she'll bow under the weight that we will bring down upon her. First the gentry here in Dunwall, then the Parliament, finally the other Isles. By early next month, look for these works plastered on the walls here in the capital city. But if you're abroad, you will see them in Dubrovka, Alba, Karnica, Kilkenny, and Yarrow as well. I have friends all over, Laura. Don't let it slip your mind for a second. Okay, that's just straight up character assassination, huh? I guess that was the point. I do this. Lucky Sphelerite. Is all of this Lucky's Valerite? Clearly not, but they're broke nicely. And this is the top floor that I jumped down from. There's this room that I didn't go into. I would have assumed that these are documents that are interesting, but more pistols, more coins. Yeah, they clearly don't want me climbing up on these things. Not that I can see much. I didn't want to do that, but I did anyway. They fat-fingered it. Or just live with the consequences. It's so hard for me, you don't understand. My pinky finger is hovering over the F9 key. They had a map, which M doesn't open it. Walls and maps. There we go, Tower District. I'm currently at 5. So Dunwall Courier is over there. It is, I could have probably read it if I just looked over there. But I'm not that smart, clearly.
What's going on here? Did you hear that? That's Emily Cole! You're dead! She won't go far!
Fuck.
You're going anywhere! She's wounded! Let's fix her now! Damn it! What happened here?
Alright. I feel like I should... You know what, fuck it.
I'll kill you for that! What?
I feel bad, but it's my fault. I fat-fingered it. I fucking pressed that because I thought it would zoom.
Somebody's not feeling well.
I know. How odd, dressing like that, but covering your face.
Yeah. You think about that. I wanted that to happen behind me, thank you. Yeah, they kind of do. Especially when you get into those kill animations, then it's pretty gruesome. I really don't like that I killed those guys, but I forced myself to do it. Like, I wasn't good enough to parry all those hits, so... I needed to shred those numbers a little bit. Maybe I could have stopped at some point, but the bloodlust took over. No use of bathrooms during work hours. Securian Legend: The Lost Ship returns. Apartment in Conica midday. Look at that. That's pretty tight for an apartment. Whale statue. I'm also completely convinced that this is me just doing really like side stuff that I could probably do in some other environment later on with more powers. But I don't mind being stupid. And not knowing where things are. Do I just have the one now? I have two. That's good. Okay, there's just a side path there. Right upstairs. Also, I feel...
Who is this?
Huh? Over there! On the stairs! What? Ah, you little shit!
I'm just dumb. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking. I was like, why would they be on top of the courier's office?
I appreciate what you've done.
Also, I'm not looking forward to whoever discovers those corpses on that stairwell. Clearly the mission rating for these is going to be high chaos, but... No, this isn't actually a news... It isn't a courier's office, it's a newspaper. These people were journalists. Zed? It was in northern something.
Come closer so we can talk.
Give me a moment. Woe's plague beleaguered Dunwall. Dunwall's troubles have multiplied as of late, calling into question the very efficacy and intentions of our Empress. This evidence that Emily Caldwin has forsaken us, we need look no further than Rudshaw Financial, more commonly called the Flooded District. Though recently drained, we dare not celebrate as the area is still riddled with maintenance problems remaining from its time underwater. With so many unable to work, would this not be the perfect moment to unveil a grand scheme to restore this once posh area? Alas, no further considerations have been proposed, nor has the Empress submitted solutions for the current whale oil shortage, even as we endure rationing and discomfort. The picture of incompetent leadership is completed when you add to all the periodic accidental citizen deaths at the hand of the Dunwall City Watch, all while Captain Mortimer Ramsey, appointed by the Empress, maintains the perfect innocence of those men and women in uniform who are supposed to protect us. Oh, so... Well, yeah, maybe they could self-report, couldn't they? Like, the City Watch could say, oh, we had someone walk in here and tell us that there's the Crown Killer in there, and then when we showed up, it was true. So that's how they're framing them. They just got the guy from the City Watch to do it for them. It's the same newspaper every time, I think. Yeah. Alright. follow the money. Follow the paper trail.
That man, part of the Duke's coup, I'm sure of it now. And I saw him talking to Captain Ramsey of the City Watch.
You weren't the only one fooled. But I never ordered those killings.
I know that. It was irresponsible of me to print the name Crown Killer. I allowed myself to be coerced. Forgive me.
You're forgiven. I'm not sure what happens next, but protect yourself. And when the time is right, tell people the truth.
You can count on it. I won't ask you what your plans are, but for the sake of Dunwall and for the Empire itself, I hope you succeed.
That's quite nice. A nice little side bit.
Hey!
Save the printer of the Dunwall Courier. Save? Did I? I mean, I guess I admitted a bunch of people, but I didn't know someone was in danger. Could it be saving? I mean, I guess.
The Dunwall Courier will not be silenced. I'm so sorry for my involvement in all this. I was misled. They claimed they had evidence, and then they bullied me. I'm going into hiding for a few days. You should do the same. This newspaper has a reputation to uphold after I rebuild it. As soon as it's safe, I'm going to start a series of pamphlets.
Okay, there we go. That's all the dialogue. I can jump over there. Then jump over to that rooftop. Can't I? It definitely did not. I tried. And failed miserably. That got me past that blockade. What do we have? I could always try to jump on their rail somehow. One would think. It's over here. I guess I did summon all of the people by shooting. So what's left is probably not much. But where did they come from? I guess they ran around that. Could I have just walked through here? Yeah, alright. Not me overcomplicating everything again.
Half a mind to organize another theater outing.
Of course. Splendid idea. Are you coming tonight? First the shortage of whale oil, then the murders. Now what's ever going on tonight?
You're dirty, like a vagabond or a tradesman. But your clothing is nicely tailored.
Let's ask
Might
the
be time to visit my
landlady
aunt in
read the
Freyport.
landlord
Things are a
fighting
mess
between some
here.
of the guards earlier. This is
Okay.
bad.
You have to understand. I'm going to call
Could
for
I
help if
interest
you don't go.
in a game of
I
cards
can't do
later?
anything for you.
Count me in.
You'd better run.
How do you know? I mean, I guess
Pay
it's
my
not that hard,
taxes
but...
and all the fees. I'd pay bribes too if it meant the
Covering your
roads
face
weren't
won't make
blocked
the Grand
off.
Guard happy.
Maybe I should hire my own bodyguard. I don't feel safe anymore. If there's something you need, I'm the wrong sort of person to ask.
Now that I got your attention.
Should we nominate your nephew as sanitation committee chair?
Look at that, that's a whole lot of food.
I'm thinking of having a picnic soon. on
Carry the
back
fish slice,
lawn.
drop it. not talk to you?
Leave me alone!
What's going on here?
That's a jolly good idea. Someone! No.
That's alright. Why is there cracks in here? Don't make me think about illusory walls, thank you. Fire lamps.
It's been hard getting any business done here in Dunwall. That's all about to change. City Watch?
The Hatter Gang. Also ready to profit from times of turmoil.
Can't make it easier for them. That's what I'm saying. We need a network of shops selling contraband, just like they've got down in Sarkonis. People are getting rich in Calero and Karnaka, even after paying the Grand Guard to look the other way.
So we set up some black market shops, pass along whatever we score, and we run security for the shopkeepers.
Right, and we take a cut on the sales. I'm telling you, the wind is blowing in our favor for once.
Let's show this one some of the new Dunwall hospitality!
I really thought I had it, but I guess I wasn't crouched. It's fine. Apparently not that good at the whole stealth thing, huh? Okay, and what do you have hidden over here? Seven-star chart. Yet another pistol. Copper wire, oh, that's my favorite. One singular grenade. That'll be useful. Spilled away oil. Any other options that I get? Climbing up here gives me zilch. Alright. I hear a lady's voice. Most of the ship I need to be at. Alright. The question is really what do I intend to do here?
What am I? Like a stocking without a leg, that's what. Nothing. Worse than nothing. Damn it, I need to pee.
And I want to swim over there. God, this level is huge. Like for a first mission sort of level. Quite something. Look at that. I mean, as long as this guy turns around, I think I can go up to both of those and ruin their lives. Or, better yet, I could just swim over there. But they're looking at it, so maybe I won't. I'll just jump on this guy and ruin his afternoon. All of these are valid options for me to mess this up and have to fight 3 of them anyway.
What wouldn't I give for a bottle of pear soda?
Okay, and now I should just be able to swim. There used to be fish. I'd try to kill you if you did this.
What am I going to do? Something's going on at Dunwall Tower all across this cursed city. Hey, over here.
Sorry, I was looking around.
Lady Emily, you won't get far with that face. Stamped on half the coins in the city.
There's a coup underway, and I'm being blamed for the Crown Killer murders. I don't care what my face looks like.
My name's Megan Foster.
Yeah, sure it is.
I work with an old ally of yours, Anton Sokolov. We learned something scary down in the south, and I came to warn you.
I know, Anton, but Corvo's gone. The Duke of Serkonos is here with a woman named Delilah. They massacred everyone in the throne room. Then she did something I can't explain. There was nothing to do but run.
Sometimes that's all you can do. This is my ship, the Dreadful Whale. We can head out as soon as you're ready.
I need to get to Karnaca where the Crown Killer murders started. Delilah must have been down there for a while, and I've got to figure out what's going on.
You're Corvo's daughter. I'll give you that. Should we go?
Yeah. That's fucking Billy Lurk. There's no way that isn't Billy Lurk. Like, missing an eye, missing an arm. She's pretending.
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's see the damage. Merciful didn't kill anyone, ghostly never detected. I'm so embarrassed. Overall chaos level high, that's me. Look at that. Stealth, assault, lethal, non-lethal. Didn't even... I mean, I guess I did kill people. 7 bodies detected. Not even hiding it. There's double the amount of paintings, double the amount of coins in there. Took me an hour. Special actions. Freedom of the press. Coins of the realm. These are gonna be interesting for me. See which I can complete. I don't know if there's more that are just hidden. But yeah, that was mission 1. It's quite something. And being able to do that, complete stealth, get all these coins, get all these paintings. Yeah. Alright. Strange visit. Do I want to save this for tomorrow? Yeah, let's do it. It has the number 2 on there. Man. That's quite cool. That's quite cool. I think that'll be that for tonight. Obviously, I don't intend to go too much into it. But man, that's a thick ass level. Like, it is a lot of things, and I didn't even go to the armory or like the entrance of the tower or anything. It's probably ways to do that. gonna be so nice. Wow, that was the first level of Dishonored 2. Hope you were having a good time. Shit. It's taken a little bit out of me not save scumming and just like forcing myself to live with the consequences. It's probably gonna lead me to having a high chaos playthrough. But next time I'm doing this with, let's say, Corvo or something, I'll have all of these niceties, the knowledge of what to do and what not to do. Yeah. And I have to see if there's like a list of all the special actions that I could do. Alright. Sorry if you end up missing the ending. Just play some music. Should be duckable, right? It is. Man. I'm just kind of vaguely glossing over the achievements to see if there's like any interesting ones. Some might be spoilers, obviously, but steal a corpse, rob a black market shop, finish the game with Emily Caldwin, drain the water to recover a rune, eliminate 10 enemies with drop assassination, stop the Grand Guard from pushing someone into a wall of light. So much stuff. Find 60% of all available loot. At least it's not 100. Complete the game without killing anyone. Is back. Finish the game without being spotted. Eliminate 6 enemies in no less than 1.5 seconds. Kill an enemy with their own bullet. That's a classic. Score a headshot while sliding. Yeah. Complete the game without supernatural powers, flesh and steel. I should fucking try and do that for either this or Dishonored 1. Just do a really bare bones run. Acquire all collectible paintings. Peruse all journals and audiographs. Collect all decorative objects. Cast possession once, chaining between human, hound, rat, fish, and bloodfly. That one's a serious one, huh? Is that the rarest one? It absolutely is. There's probably like one spot in the game where you can do that, and if you don't notice it, it's over. Anyway, thank you for being here. Hope you had a good time. I certainly did. Now I'm excited to come back tomorrow after work and play this for another hour or so. It'll obviously go much quicker eventually because I won't be just reading all the time and won't bother setting this up so much. But yeah, this has been ARTV for the night. I'll see you again soon. Good night.